Hello and welcome everybody to another early access event. I'm Paul Cheon and we are drafting some Through the Omenpaths, also known as Marvel's Spider-Man. Now this is going to be released on paper as the Spider-Man set, but on Arena it's going to be called Through the Omenpaths. And let me tell you, I drafted this format once, had a lot of fun, had a draft pod with Maria and Luis. I actually messaged Maria right after the draft. I was green-red and she was blue-white. Talk about expert level drafting. But anyways, this is a new drafting archetype, or format rather, where basically the idea is you, instead of 8-person pods, you have a 4-person pod where in every pack you take 2 cards. Pick 2. That makes it so that you settle into your lanes very easily, and this makes for a much better draft experience for newer players because there's less pivoting and you just kind of figure out what your lane should be. So, I think it's pretty interesting, at least for a few drafts. And let's hop in and see how we do in the next draft. Now, before we hop into this draft, I just want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. TCGplayer.com is the place to go to for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to pre-order some Spider-Man product or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order on all things Magic the Gathering supplies, accessories, etc. Deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, all that good stuff to make sure you're fully ready to go for your next tabletop gaming experience. Make sure you check them out. They're also going to be at MagicCon Atlanta. If you swing by the booth, tell them Paul sent you. You'll get 10% off in person as well. All right, here we go. Circovitz in my pod. I basically never beat Circovitz, but we're just drafting, so it's okay. Ooh, Villainous Wrath. I knew I was going to lose to this card a lot, but I'm glad to be the one playing this card. 5 mana, target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control, then destroy all creatures. So, interested in drafting some kind of control deck with Villainous Wrath. Here, Robotics Mastery is cool. It's a 5 mana for a flash aura. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, and you make 2 1/1 Thopter tokens, which can be quite nice. Ancestral Carvings we've seen before. 5 mana for a 3/3 flying Death Touch. When New and Sammy attacks, discard a card, then draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. So it's a Rummager when it attacks. So that's certainly not bad. I actually think what I'm going to do here, this is a pick 2 format, right? So I'm going to take 2 black cards here and try to cut off black as much as I can. And hopefully one of the colors that the person passing to me isn't in black. So I'm going to take a Damning Caress, which I think is a slightly worse card, but it's a 5 mana removal spell that lets me kill a thing and gain 2 life. And if I control a villain, it costs 2 less mana. So why don't we start with 2 black cards here and see if black is open, and then we can just draft a really solid deck with that. All right, Scorvus Crime Lord, 4 mana for a 3/3 Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, target creature you control connives. That seems pretty solid. It's also black. Mob Lookout. When this enters, target creature control connives. Sure. Merciless Enforcers. 2 mana for a 2/1 lifelinker. That doesn't seem very good. Remarkable Readings is pretty cool. 4 mana, make 3 1/1s. And then the Enchanted Land has tap. Target creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. What does Costume Closet do? This enters with 2 +1/+1 counters. Tap, I can pump something. And then whenever modified control, you control. So you can put a lot of counters on things and have that be really, really strong. There's also Wisecrack, which I think is a really good removal spell. It deals damage equal to target creature equal to its power to itself. I want to try this rare. Also, that was a pack with a bunch of white cards. So I feel like maybe white's where we need to be, but we'll see. We have to play this very, very carefully. Error Viral Code. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target non-equipment artifact you control. So it's an artifact card. Equipment card, I don't think that's particularly good. Perilous Lunge is a really good fight spell. 3 mana, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It fights target creature an opponent controls. And then the other really good card, I think, is Kazuo, Ruthless Rival. 6 mana for a 5/5. During your turn, this has First Strike. When this enters, he deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. So why don't we take that? I could have taken that red removal spell too, but this is me just trying to figure out what my color should be. And Perilous Lunge is certainly good, and Kazuo can be good. I mean, it's possible that I need to move away from black, which would really suck, but that it is what it is. Selesnya Archivist is fantastic. I'm surprised it's in here. This card is just a really good value card, so I'm going to take that. There's Principal Referee. When this enters, put 2 +1/+1, put a +1/+1 counter on 2 creatures. I'm going to just take Eerie Gravestone. Okay, maybe we're setting up for a black-green deck. When this enters, draw a card, sack this, mill 4 cards, and Gravedigger. That's a good value card. I do like Eccentric Archaeologist. There's Ancestral Carvings or New and Sammy. I mean, green-black could be a thing here. Actually, I'll take the new, though, just because this is... Okay, red is open. All right, red is 100% open. All right. Getting the Wisecrack that late. Oh, Ancestral Carving still this... Okay. I mean, things are happening very, very quickly, I will say. But definitely white is not available. And black didn't seem particularly strong either. Like, we just didn't see much after our first few picks. So, honestly, we could be set up for another red-green deck. Reality Fulcrum. When this enters, exit the top 2 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. Tap, add 2 mana and a combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast cards from exile. Oh, never mind. That's not good. It draws cards. Stitcher's Wings. If it was cast from your graveyard, attach it to target creature. Equipped creature gets +2/+0, flying and haste. I'm going to try that card. And exile the top 2 cards. What does this do? Target legendary creature gets menace. Maybe these two? Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you can play it. 1 or 2 target creatures get first strike. I actually don't think I want that card. Actually, let's take this legendary land card. Target legendary creature gets menace until end of turn. That card can be good. All I know is I didn't see any blue cards and white cards. And it's possible we might have to go red-green again just because we didn't see a whole lot of black. All right, this pack gives us... There is a Mothwing Shroud, which is just a really good card that's also potentially splashable to go with the Remarkable Readings. So that is something we can consider. I mean, this card is obviously very strong, and this is a really good blue-white card. But we can't take it. I can take Savage Mansion or Eccentric Arachnologist. Or I can check... You know what? I'm just going to take the red-green land. Opulent Valley is also fine, but yeah. I mean, it just feels... Like, that's the thing with this format. It's like you really have to figure out what your lane is and then just, like, move in, right? And it does feel like this is probably where we need to be, but we'll see. Duskmourn's Claim. 3 mana at the beginning of your end step. 2 target players reveal the top card of their library. So it's like a Dark Confidant for both sides, kind of. Definitely don't want that. This is a pretty weak pack. I think I'm going to take another red-green land for good mana fixing. Definitely want to avoid the white. And I guess I take the Caracals just to have a 2-drop. There's also this card, but I don't love the Vine-Woven Chariot. So let's just take the Caracal. It's our first 2-mana play. Another Selesnya Archivist. Green, like I said, very, very open. Secret Identity is an okay trick, but blue is definitely not the color we want to be. This is a pretty weak pack. So the person we're passing to might be in red. We'll see. There's Galvanized Work First for us or Chaldea Brawlers. Or there's also Grow Extra Arms. I guess I'll take this. Maybe this combat trick can be okay. I mean, like I said, it felt like nobody was in red. There's a red card here. Sadistic String Puller. It's kind of weak. Eerie Gravestone is decent. Maybe I just take that. The question is, do you end up with enough play? Like, how is Mothwing Shroud still in this pack? Like, that's crazy, isn't it? Oh, and the Eccentric Arachnologist did not table. Yeah, I mean, very odd draft, but this is what happens when you have people that don't cooperate with each other in the draft. All right, Wrench, Speedway Saboteur, 5 mana for a 2/3. When this enters, look at the top 9 cards of target opponent's library. Exile 2 of them face down, then put the rest in the bottom of their library in a random order. You may play exiled cards for as long as they remain. It's like a super Gonti. Okay. Lurking Lizards is whatever. The problem is there's just not great red cards. There is a Scout the City, which I think is pretty decent. Mill 3 cards, return a permanent from the graveyard to your hand. But, I don't know, like, red kind of died, right? I only have 3 red cards. Maybe I just take this and just, like, be like, you know what? If you want to fight, let's fight. And then take this card, because it's just like a giant flyer. Sure. And then now we get this card. I don't even know what a suspected creature has menace and can't block. Okay, whenever creature control menace attacks, create a treasure token. So it's a very aggressive card. Oh, definitely taking this green rare. When this enters, make a food. Other spiders, boars, okay, basically a bunch of weird creatures get +1/+1, so that's very good. There's Perilous Lunge for interaction or Diligent Web Keepers. I like this card a fair amount. So I think I'm just going to take that. What do you do? Return target villain card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, I want that instead, actually. Yeah. All right. We're black-green graveyard. We're black-green graveyard. All right, what do we have here? 3 mana for a 2/2 Flash Flyer I don't want. There is Lurking Lizards, which can be a fine 2-drop. It's not exciting. No red cards out of this pack. There's also Gallant Citizen. I don't love this because it's kind of hard to cast, but I guess I'll take it. If I have a very heavy green mana base, it can still be fine. I do like Favored Fighter. 4 mana for a 4/4, ETB, make a treasure. And then what do you do? Carriage of Dreams? No, I'll just take another big card here. Feels like I still just want like a late game way to win the game. Now we can take Scout the City and another Lurking Lizards. Feel like we probably are going to have enough top end here. Perilous Lunge in the pack here. Man, the drafts go so fast. Like, I'm trying to read all the cards here because it's still new. But yeah, I mean, this was a much trickier draft than the first one. All I know is that green was open. Red felt like it could have been open, and then it kind of dried up. So it is what it is. And certainly, there was like another green drafter and another black drafter. So this was not, like I said, the easiest draft by any means. Yeah, I mean, I'm just putting everything here, but I don't even think my mana fixing is good enough here where I can like splash. So I just don't think I think I'm just gonna stay the course here and just. I mean, I suppose actually no, I do have double Savage Mansion, so a red splash isn't unreasonable if I find that I don't have enough playables. How many villains do we have? I didn't even. Oh, I have 9. Okay, so that's good. We have to cut 4 cards here. Certainly not like a grow extra arms deck. I do like all of, I mean, the only concern here is like me decking myself, but this thing replaces itself and then I can get a creature back, which I do like. As far as interaction goes, we have double Perilous Lunge and Damning Caress and Villainous Wrath, and then obviously these cards. So it rummages. Is there any other way for me to discard? I don't think so. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 expensive cards. What's better, Scout the City or Eerie Gravestone? I think I think this is probably too many self-mill effects. I think I'll cut Scout the City. And I'm going to go for the red splash just because I have these lands. Like, it seems relatively free, right? I mean, this gives us 4 red sources already. We still have to cut 2 more cards, though. Good amount of recursion, right? Double Gravestone and nil. I can also cut the Opulent Valet. Yeah, that doesn't seem very strong. Double Archivist with all the mill stuff is good. I think I can probably actually cut the Carvings. I feel like I don't know what the right number of creatures is, but this is still pretty slow. And I already have 2 Eerie Gravestones and a bunch of other recursion type things, so maybe this is not something that I want. Because if I play this, I'm going to have to cut a creature, I think, because I like all my removal. And then playing this with 14 creatures doesn't seem that great. So yeah, let's cut the Carvings, and I guess I'll play the Gallant Citizen. And definitely want another green. Cut a black. What's our color situation? Yeah. So this gives us 9 green, 6 black with a Fearsome Ridge. But I do want to skew heavier on green because of the Gallant Citizen. You know what? Let's just go 41. I have a lot of self-mill. I don't want to deck myself. I don't know what to cut. Let's just go. Let's rock it. Who knows? All right, now, before round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join an awesome community of folks also looking to up their limited game. I post monthly videos. Lots of good stuff. Check it out. All right, opponent on the play here. You know, I even consider going 16 lands because I have double Eerie Gravestone and I have the 2-mana thing that gets me a land back, but we're just playing 17 and 41. What could possibly go wrong? So, this hand is certainly on the slow side, but I have an Eerie Gravestone. It'll be fine. Oh, there we go. We drew a 2-drop right away. Cruel Caracals. Cam and Ferric. Okay, when you discard a card, this gets +2/+0 until end of turn, so that can certainly do a lot of damage. We have Wisecrack and Perilous Lunge here. Perilous Lunge would be excellent on the Caracals. I guess they could play like a Tormenting Voice type card. Get in for a lot. Nope, just a Death Flame Burst. Just getting in for 1. I don't think I'm interested in a Wisecrack here. Let's play Eerie Gravestone. And play another tap land. Okay. I guess we're drawing all of our green. I mean, we did skew our mana base a little bit heavier towards green, but would expect to draw a black source soon. 3 cards left. How do they only have 3 cards left? They must have mulliganed a bunch. Alright, Sadistic String Puller. That's a 4/3, okay. That is technically a black source, but I don't have... Yeah. Are there ways to save this thing? Alright, I'm just gonna kill this now. I know I can deal 2 damage, but like, because I don't know the format, I just don't want my opponent to have like some kind of indestructible effect. But hopefully that doesn't end up hurting us too badly. Alright, let's crack this. I can put a creature into my hand. Ooh, Selesnya Archivist seems very nice. Although I suppose I can just do that already. Oh, it's from among them. I thought it was just everything. Okay, this is way worse than I thought it was. I mean, you're still going to hit a creature most of the time, so it's still fine. But I actually was kind of interested in getting back the Cruel Caracals. Anyways, I'm gonna get the Riche and then just like play it. They could have discarded the Kitten and like dealt more damage, but we'll see what they do. Okay. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. I'm going to play the Riche here as a good blocker. I mean, if they have a way to kill it, they have a way to kill it. But if not, this might force them to overcommit to the board, right? They do have villains, so they could have that removal spell that gains them life. What do you do? Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, put a +1/+1 counter on it, then surveil. Okay. I'm at 13. They have 2 cards. Is this a fight? 5. So the problem now is, well, I guess I can still attack. Like, they could block and sack with the Kitten or whatever, and then pump this and trade, but then I can always just get it back with the Archivist. Anyways, we're going to play the Archivist here to get back the other Archivist, so we're not actually down a card. And then if they kill Archivist or the Accomplice, we're still okay here. I mean, I feel like if they wanted to kill this, they would have. Okay, so this is a double removal spell? What do you do? They discarded a card. Okay. Fair enough. All right. We have Archivist and we have Crime Lord. I'm at 10. I think the Villainous Wrath is just going to be a bad, like, burn spell. That's kind of what I'm going to use it for here. Oh, these are not legendary. Okay, but I can give this Menace, by the way. Let's get back Riche, play Scorvus. And we have a much stronger board than our opponent. We'll take 3 here in the air, go to 7. They discarded Romantic Rendezvous. Into Crash. What do you do? At the beginning of your first main phase, okay? I am at 7 life. We have Lurking Lizards and Riche. Will you block? Oh, actually, I shouldn't have played the land. I should have waited. Because I might have wanted to connive here. At the beginning of the first page, you may discard a card. When you do, target creature can't block this turn. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, it deals 1 damage to that player. So is it worth casting a Wrath and putting them down to 1? Because I can certainly lose if they top deck some crazy sequence of draws. Whatever. I mean, I have 2 blockers here, right? It's going to be pretty hard to lose here. Yeah, so they deal 3 damage to me and then they die. Do I have a villain? Oh, this is a cat villain? Nice. Is this a legend? I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay. 1-0. 1-0. With our Golgari deck. Or, I guess Jund? I guess it's Jund, right? All right, 1-0. Let's keep it going. All right, opponent on the play here. We have Forest, 2 Swamps, a Damning Caress, which is pretty good in our deck with 9 villains. A 3-drop and a couple of 4, so it's definitely on the slower side. But hopefully my opponent's deck isn't too fast. They're blue-black. Oh, you know, I could have really used the Common Crook in my deck. Anyways, we do have the 3-drop here in the Eccentric Arachnologist. Never mind, they're just straight Esper. First 3 lands, different colors. Okay. Alright, so our opponent went a little bit deep. Props to them. Let's see how this works out for them. Esper Treat Trolley. Well, given their mana, you know that their deck is going to be powerful, and they can play everything that they... So they took the best cards that are blue, black, and white. So, you know, we're in for it for sure. Do I kill the trolley? Or is it... what the heck? I don't actually know if I kill the trolley. I feel like it's better as a Gravedigger. Like, they already have all their mana, right? Yeah, I'm just going to play a favored fighter. I mean, this is just a solid card, right? 4 mana for a 4/4 that gives you a treasure. Also, it can't be blocked by more than one creature. Like, I didn't even think about that part of it, but it's just a really solid body. And oh my gosh, I can't get it back because they put it on the bottom, those jerks. What does this do? Do they have a villain? They sure do. Wow. That was actually really annoying. Well, I don't have any 4-drops now, so I guess the play is Lurking Lizards. Is there a counterspell in this form? There's Cancel, but I don't know if there's a 2-mana counter. Anyways, I get to pump the lizards, which is why I did this. Let's kill the trolley. They didn't sack the food. Alright, well, we don't have any of the good value stuff, but we do have a Damning Caress that we can play for 3 mana. This is a fight spell, so it does not work very well with Bane-marked Leonin. It's actually very interesting what I do here. There's Wisecrack, which is pretty good. This is unconditional, so I think I want to hold off on this one. There's also this, but I kind of want to do this later. Target creature deals damage equal to its power to itself. This is Death Touch. Oh, yeah. Nice. Death Touch creature dealing damage to itself. There you go. Because Perilous Lunge doesn't obviously work. Alright, Unstable Experiment. I think this card's pretty good. Oh, wait, Zakao? Get out of here, Nykthos! What are you doing? How is this in your deck? Alright, be prepared for like a reanimation effect, I guess. Oh my gosh! Have you any respect for the game of Magic the Gathering? I'm not going to do this yet. I'm going to play Lurking Lizards and then keep up Damning Caress, I think. Actually, I guess I can just play this, huh? But I feel like they're going to reanimate this. Alright, I'm a coward. I'm going to keep up Damning Caress. I feel like there's a good chance I'm going to want to use this anyways. Like, this gains me life too, right? Holy cow. What are you doing there, sir? They have to have a removal spell, right? Snatchback. Oh, so it's an Into the Royal effect. Okay. If they bounce the Archivist, I'm okay with that. I'm playing scared. I'm definitely playing scared. Oh, it's a sorcery! I'm an idiot! I am an idiot! But my opponent conceded. Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? Hey, look. This is why this is the early access event. I thought that card was an instant. It actually seems totally fine, power level-wise, as an instant. Right? It's a 5-mana removal spell with upside if you have a villain. So it just feels like it should be an instant. But it is a sorcery, which I did not know. Alright, anyways, we're 2-0, and we're playing against Graham from Loading Ready Run. I want to smush him like bug. Alright, we are on the draw. We have 3 lands, Terran Tusk, Eccentric Arachnologist, Perilous Lunge, and Selesnya Archivist. So, really solid hand here. I'm really happy that I'm playing all 3 of my self-mill effects, because that certainly helps with the Archivist, because this can obviously be quite weak if you don't have it. Yeah, I mean, this is just a rock-solid card. It's never bad. Merciless Enforcers. I guess we play the Lizards, right? Because that blocks the Enforcers. Probably want to get the Archaeologist going just for the mana fixing. And the ramp. Just gives me more options. What is this? When it attacks, it connives. Okay. If they attack with this, they're committed to looting. They absolutely are. Like, they're committed to discarding a spell, rather, is what I mean. Yeah, they have to discard a spell. This card is very good. It's like Murder, but better, because you can't get it back off the graveyard. We're not going to let that get too crazy. We'll keep this back because this has lifelink. Nothing to get back with the Archivist just yet. 3 cards in hand for the opponent, and they discarded Riche, so you know their hand is insane. Stitcher's Wings. Okay, fair enough. Well, fortunately, we have a nice answer. So, we also have our own Stitcher's Wings. But yeah, we're going to do this. Get that out of my face. So we got a 3/5... I mean, this thing just gets ridiculous. It's a 2-drop. It's a 3/5 Trampler. Gets in there. And it does no... It no longer gets in there. No! Graham! Graham, I'm gonna need you to relax over there, sir. Oh, that was a really good draw, actually. Alright, I mean, all this recursion is obviously very good with Villainous Wrath. Oh, they can ping me with this. Okay, that's actually kind of annoying. Alright, I can get back a villain, but getting back Lurking Lizards is kind of weak. Scorvus, okay. I mean, they're on so few cards. Like, let's just get that out of the battlefield. Oh! It's a really good follow-up there, sir. Wow, okay. Hmm. I think this is a good time to just, like, play a bunch of things. What the? Why did this... Wait. Why did this cost 1 mana? Oh, villain spells you cast cost 1 less to play. I didn't even know that. Also, I thought this got any creature back. It only gets villains back. Yeah, that was not ideal. Well, I mean, to be fair, playing 3 things in a turn is pretty good. So... But I thought I was going to be able to get back, like, Selesnya Archivist and get value that way. Let's activate this. We got Favored Fighter and Scorvus. And Riche and Favored Fighter. I have 2 villains in play. It's probably just this, right? Oh, get out of here with your silly Flash Menace card and get out of here, Graham. If that's your real name. Unreal. Oh, we've done a really good job though. Like, we've generated so much value. Like, despite the fact that he's only drawn like despite the fact that he's drawn 5 lands and 20 spells, we're still keeping up with him. So that's good. Now, if he finds a removal spell for Riche, we are definitely in trouble. There's a Carlo Schemer. Whenever another villain you control enters, Carlo connives. There's a land. Okay. And we found Scout the City. 19 cards left, so we're still looking okay there. Wow, Wisecracky is looking terrible against this board. 1 card in hand. Is this an instant? Sorcery. Okay. Well, let's play it, I guess. Let's get this back. Get this back. I'm at 14, they're at 18. This thing tramples, but it has flying. Huh, 1 card left. This has Menace, I can take that. Sure. Feel like we're in pretty good spot here. We can play the other Archivist and get back like a Favored Fighter or a Scorvus. 1 more land lets us play both. I also, by making an aggressive attack like this, I can also set up a good attack with the Stitcher's Wings. I also have the food to gain life. I've got so many options. 1 card left for my opponent. They have 7 mana, so they can ping me once with the Enforcers. They must have something big to play, because with Connive, you kind of want to hold the lands in your hand. Also, this card is, like, not that strong. But it's fine, I guess. It's just a large random flyer. All right, Damning Caress. That is a really good one. Kill this. Ooh, it counts this one. So it doesn't count the web thing, but it counts when I cast it like this. That's really weird. Okay. I'm not going to actually play this. I'm going to keep up Wisecrack, I think. Is this a villain? It is not. Okay. I mean, they're probably going to double block the Archivist. Oh, I can get back Villainous Wrath? I thought it was I forgot it was any spell. Well, I'm going to still get back the Archivist to get that chain going. But wow, that is extremely strong. All right, one card left. They finally hit that land pocket, and we got them. Whew. They had a sweet deck, though. A lot of conniving, and, you know, I think if they had, like, one more well-timed, like, removal spell or trick, that would have been enough to kind of tempo me out. But, you know, the Golgari deck is just really good at grinding people out. Just, like, using your graveyard as a resource, all kinds of 2-for-1. So, yeah, I mean, so far, it's only 2 drafts, but that seems to be the name of the game. Like, but I have not played against anybody who's just looking to just straight up run me over. So, for now, we're okay. But we're 3-0, and hopefully we can go 4 in a row. Opponent on the play here, slow draw. So, again, if they have a fast draw, we can die. But, you know, I'm going to keep this 3 lands with double Eerie Gravestone. So, hopefully, like, one of these will cycle into a 3-mana play that we can have. All right, opponent kept. They mulliganed. Oh, no, sorry, they mulliganed. Island, okay. Blue-white. Yeah, that card is good. Wonderweave Aerialist. Remember, I should always lead with Forest because I have the 2-mana 1/1 that draws a card that replaces itself. But these are just like walking 2-for-1s. And the fact that it's like spaced out. Like, remember Cryogen Relic? It's really not that far off. Like, I think Eerie Gravestone is really solid. Like, it's not as good as Cryogen Relic. Not at all. Okay, well, my opponent just played a 3-mana rare, so we probably lose. But whenever you cast a creature spell, make a 1/1. Well, that's stupid. In Web. How do you get this mana draw? Turn 2 Aerialist into Forest into Eleni. Well, they got MTG in their name. You know, they're all right. Well, you know, sometimes your opponents play Eleni. And this thing is a slam dunk bomb, by the way. It makes an army, and then for only 5 mana, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. How is this a reasonable card? Is this the best card of the set? It's got to be up there. Oh my gosh. That is gross. Oh, we found a removal spell. Good, good, good. Okay. I can't complain. I just top decked the perfect card. Vine-Woven Chariot. Okay, so they were all in on this Eleni, hopefully. This is a good card, but I think we should be fine. They don't really have great attacks here. Let's play Wrench. Look at the top 9 cards. That's so many. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't care about the Wonderweave Aerialists. Ozor's actually pretty good in Golgari. Yeah, I mean, you may play the exile cards, mana of any type. So I like Mothwing Shroud as a nice catch-all here. And the question is whether or not I want, like, Drix Interception or just, like, a random creature. I think I'm gonna go with the Interception here. The control player in me, you know what I mean? This is Crew 2. I feel pretty good about the... Okay, never mind. Whenever you attack, you may mill a card. You may cast Spite. Okay, so, I mean, I certainly should kill this. How do I want to kill it is the question. Probably with Favored Fighter. 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I can also keep up Counterspell for like 1 turn. Maybe that's okay. Yeah, I don't mind that because they have 2 cards in hand. I don't mind keeping up the counter for 1 turn. And obviously I'm not going to attack here. And then we can also keep up Eerie... We can activate Eerie Gravestone if they don't do anything. So yeah, I like that. Just play it, like, just grind through all their resources, be up on cards, and win that way. Do I counter this? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh. I mean, it's a 4/6 trampler. So this only gets back villains, and I don't have a villain in my graveyard. Okay, Demera. Well, this card's also silly good. I'm just going to start putting some more pressure on my opponent. The question here is, do I think they're going to have a spider, or do I want to save this for something else? You know what I mean? Oh, I'm just going to get back Wrench. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that was great. And this costs 4 mana, too. Oh, they did play a spider. That's super annoying. That thing flies, okay. Okay, we can get back 4 mana cards too. They have 2 cards. This can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. That sucks. Certainly attacking with this. Do I trade spiders here? Sure. Yeah. This lets me gain life too. I can kill the aerialist. Or what does this do? Okay. I mean, they're at 10 life, right? So just have to be mindful of that. I can get back a favored fighter. I can also get back Damning Caress, which I think is quite nice. Do I have a villain? I do. So let's just do that. All right, we're at 13. Set for 7. Snatchback, sure. Pinnacle Research Team, okay. Eccentric Arachnologist, okay. Well. Let's do that. Thank you. Hide in mundanity. Oh, it's a citizen now? Okay. We have access to 7 mana. 21 cards left. I can play this, or I can play this. Let's wrench. Oh, I forgot about the Surveil land, sure. All right, let's take your best 2 cards. It's a Clutter. In webbing, this is insane. And then Sudden Strike, I guess? Yeah. Okay. And then 21 cards. Let's get Stitcher's Wings. 18 cards left, and we drew Gallant Citizen. Attack with this. Can I inweb this? Hold on. I can, right? Okay, just making sure. I'm not sure if it's the correct play. It's pretty darn good, though. It's also just like the most fun play by a wide margin. So I'm going to do it for that reason. Look, I get to wrench them again. And this is, look, this is also 3 like lethal attackers, right? And I have Stitcher's Wings. And I have Sudden Strike still. So. Does this give haste? Yeah. I don't know what they can have. But it gives haste and flying. Sudden Strike, sure. Woo! Alright! Hey, you know what? We're off to a really nice start. Right? We are off to a really nice start here. I'm just gonna say right now, green feels like the best color. Not only does it like put the biggest creatures in play, but there's just so much value to be had. At the same time, like I'm obviously saying this because there's Selesnya Archivist, which I keep getting like criminally late. But you know, this card's obviously extremely strong. The fact that this is a 5 mana spell with the Archivist was awesome. Villainous Wrath, obviously solid. And then, you know, the Wrench, also just a really good way to get a lot of value. Again, I haven't seen anybody really super run anybody over. So I think you should really focus on these effects that come into play and give you a lot of value. So Selesnya Archivist, Wrench. You know, I don't even think Scorvus is that strong, for example. Like, I think this card's just fine. But like honestly, Favored Fighter is probably better than Scorvus. It's bigger and gives you a treasure. So like, but Favored Fighter is, I think, really solid. Even the 2-drops, I don't mind. Like Lurking Lizards, I don't mind. The 2 mana 2/2 Spider that ramps is good. The Fight Spell is good. And the 6 mana 6/6 Reach creature is good. So I'm only 2 drafts in, but green seems deep and also powerful. And if you can pair that with a color that has good interaction, or card draw, or whatever, that can go a long way. And I think Golgari is a nice combination because, you know, Scout the City and Eerie Gravestone both combine to give you a lot of inevitability. So if you recur a creature that comes into play and recur something else, it is so hard for your opponent to just like grind through all of that with just a bunch of removal spells. So like, you know, we had Nil, double Archivist with double ways to get those back. Means that just in the long game, we were going to be the one that came out on top. And a lot of these cards worked really well, of course, with also a card like the Villainous Wrath. So yeah, I mean, this was kind of a tricky draft in the sense that I thought red was open, but then it wasn't. Like getting Wisecrack with like 4 cards left in the pack. Like this is just a really fine, solid removal spell. So that was a little surprising, but at least we were able to identify that green was open and stick to that one. And then like we were still able to make something work here and go 4-0 in our very second draft of the format. What if we just never lose? All right, in before I 0-3 the next one. But you know what? So far, so good. I've been having fun, at least for now, while maybe everybody's trying to draft all the other stuff. Green seems to be going strong. I don't know if I should do it a third time. Obviously, I'm just going to try to read the signals, but hopefully we can trophy 3 in a row in tomorrow's video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate the support. The Patreon, I think, is a really great way to join an awesome community of folks also looking to up their limited game. There's a lot of Through the Omenpaths Spider-Man discussions going on right now. People are obviously excited about the set, and if you want to join in on the conversation, you can of course check out the Patreon. Also check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Spider-Man or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, pioneer, or commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more. Go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Oh, and of course, last but not least, thank you very much, Wizards of the Coast, for giving me the opportunity to showcase all of what this set has to offer. So far, it's been going great. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.